Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Endless Legend, where nobody trusts anybody and we're all just very tired. Gee, I wonder whose aggression it is that could be could be making everybody so skittish. So we have, this is a very minor problem, right? Like, I was hoping that we could get a long-term relationship going with them so that we could establish some sea trade or something, but in the end, it looks like they're going to end up being a relatively weak player in the game. They've been confined to a pretty small area here, and they don't really have a way of doing anything about that. If nobody declares war on them, they can't really expand their land very well. I mean, we'll see. We have seen the AI roving clans do some interesting thing with privateers, so I don't know, maybe. But my point is, it probably is more valuable in the long run to have a good relationship with like red or blue. I'm not so worried about this loss, and who knows, maybe we could even still make it happen. My much greater concern is the Pilgrims of Auriga. My plan for winning this game is based pretty much entirely on the fact that on the idea of finishing our faction quest, and unfortunately that has become impossible because you can't talk to a village full of delvers if they're all cordycepsed up. We could audible, we could try to like move into a different plan here, but I don't know if this let's backstab them strategy is actually reasonable. What I do know is I think that we will technically be allowed to do it, potentially. It seems like fun. It seems like a fun strategy. So that's my plan. We're gonna make a move on them. Oh, right. It's the eclipse. We have 2 action points during the eclipse. This is a thing I touted as a real strength of our faction, is that we can easily hunt down people's lesser armies during eclipses. And then I very nearly spaced on it. I did not totally space on it. I almost spaced on it. So let's get down here. Okay, so there are necrophage units moving on Emoroya. What kind of conflux is that? That's an attack. Yeah, okay. We'll move in this direction. What we need is to get vision of the city. If we can get a moment where there aren't a lot of units in the garrison, we know that it tends to be the case that Cultist and Mycera players have full garrisons all the time. It's really not that difficult to do as a one-city faction, but the fact that they're up against a military, an actual military threat, means they're moving a lot of units to the front lines, and hopefully that'll mean they don't have any units left over to play guard duty in a city that's not actually under threat from their enemies. So, fingers crossed on that backstab. What is the backstab cost? It's going to be somewhere in the neighborhood of 200 influence, plus we need. This is going to be a little bit ugly mathematically. Yeah. So the cost of just maintaining this 25 bonus approval, which is absolutely necessary, is going to be okay. With an extra city, that's going to be pretty harsh. Would we be better off waiting until after we establish our empire plan? I mean, I think the actual answer there is we need to go the instant it is viable for us to go. So the Skyfin's going to pick up a movement conflux next turn. Maybe we can get vision of the city off of that, and then we can decide what to do with our army afterward. Because we grab an attack conflux on the way down there, and like, if it looks viable, if it looks like we could do it, we have to do it immediately, because we can't know that we'll ever get a window again, right? That's where I'm at with this. So let's see how they do. Hopefully they won't regard the presence of my army as a thing that they need to like move defensive stuff into place for, because we're friendly, right? For all they know, I'm coming to reinforce. Wait, no, that's bad too, because then they'll think they have units to spare. What I want them to do is completely ignore my presence entirely. What is this? More stuff? Oh, somebody got the... They could be anywhere. Yeah, somebody got the stealth thing, so... Detection ranges are up. Yeah, the Mycera definitely have a lot of units in total. I did not realize that this was all mountained off. Fortunately, Skyfin. Okay, they are moving in the direction of aggressiveness. Probably don't need that on my Skyfin. Can we get close enough to see the city? I need to see the name tag of the city. There's only 3 units in that garrison right now. Can I get there now? I have 9 movement. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. Okay. So we have enough movement to pick up the conflux and still hit the city wall. Oh wait, I do have a conflux. Is it that one? No, I have the circle. I have the health regen and upkeep. So yeah, hitting the cube conflux is a good idea. Yeah, we're absolutely going to do this. I'm going to wait a second here. I just want to make sure Brown has like committed all of their movement. So every minor faction has an assimilation quest. This one is the one for the Silix. I don't remember what happens at the end of this one. I don't know that it's entirely possible that I've never actually finished it. So, equipped with 2 Harmonite units, inspect the ruins where their expeditionary force was last seen, all the way down here. Interesting. That would require me to build some Harmonite, though. Oh, and a helpless hero has fired. Ooh. Does Karat? Oh, no, that's right. Karat has 3 units in the garrison because it's a player capital, so it has the bonus militia. We don't have an extra body around here? No, we totally do. I mean, it's a settler, but there's road movement to a... There's a road path to a movement conflux. We could go get ourselves a free hero. And it's not a bad hero either. And I suppose at the very least we should be using this settler to pick up ruins. Like there are temples. Yeah, okay. I'm actually glad that got my attention because I would not have thought of that. I do not think that we want to settle before we empire plan. So we may as well put this settler to use in some way. You can't quite make it over there or over there. That's an eclipsed temple, though. I'm gonna cut for this. The hero thing, I don't know if I feel safe running the settler across the ocean, but at the very least, let's pick these up. Because apparently, you know, we're gonna need them. All right, who's ready? These haven't actually committed their movement yet, which does make me a little nervous. Are they wise? Do they know? They have 3.5 movement? And given the amount of road here, they absolutely... Yeah, that's... well, I mean... is what it is at this point. So I'm pretty sure they get no time to respond if I hit attack and then click yes on this dialogue. Nope, they absolutely do. Alright. Let's win a fight. Hopefully. I mean, it's just militia and a single guy. This guy's stats are not bad. I want to be in a place where I can be sure that I will be able to actually shoot people. Okay. So shooting right there gets us damage on everybody, and then it's just monks in with their 30% bonus attack. So we can't really... It's so hard to know where their... I mean, their leader's going to end up almost certainly here or here, right? So I guess that's not that hard to read. Let's focus some bodies on the leader. Y'all just attack some settlers. Okay. Or militia rather. Oh right, sorry, I'm not spread damage mode. I'm in spread healing mode. Stupid light form. But yeah, as you can see, monks doing the thing that monks do. Getting in there and raining down violence. So yeah, it doesn't make any sense for you to do that anymore. I don't get to go before Weybridge anymore because I don't have enough morale. Let's try to make sure Weybridge goes down. Weybridge is the only thing out here that's got good damage. Hey, we did get our actual cone counter attack off there though. That was pretty cool. Gosh, dude's got health. Alright, he's gonna die on the counter attack. I'm a little concerned at how long it took us to take him down, but I'm pretty sure we're gonna get there. We're reliably doing our full damage. I say, as soon as that stops being true. Okay, they're both de-armored. I mean, this is some cold-blooded, evil shit we have done here, but you can't argue with the efficacy. Okay, hey, look at that. My city's not under siege anymore. So... Oh, should I have... Should I have negotiated peace with the necrophages first? Not even gonna look at their last words. I don't want the guilt. How many people do I have to put on food? Actually, we're still positive, right? 7 is, yeah, we're still positive technically. They don't have any approval stuff in place because, of course, not. They're my Kara. Their approval was fine. Okay, so we're going to generate just a ton of influence, and then we're going to see. I guess negotiating a truce with the necrophages might be a thing that has to wait, given our influence situation anyway, right? We can bulldog them a little bit with this army, hopefully. Just push them back, buy ourselves a little bit of time. Alright, so this turn we have to make some hard decisions. We also do get to search some ruins at the very least, so hopefully we can find enough dust to stay afloat. But then after we do this, and actually maybe I shouldn't have done this with the flyer. Okay, I super don't care about that. Because we do need to get the flyer down here to talk to the village to get the thing moving. And then you can please just find me some damn dust. That's adamantine and pearls. That's not going to cut it. That's a quest. Also not actually good. Level up any district in Karat. Okay, well, building a thing right here does get us that. So that's a technology, and like a pretty good technology, basically for free. Okay, Lapal is reasonably held up. There we go. The Night Hammer, which of course is the name of a bow. We might well want to be using the Night Hammer. Oh right, this is the quest to put spices into that ruin. I am not probably very interested. Okay, 80 more dust. Good news, good news. Okay. And we're about to finish Bread and Circuses at the same time, so that's going to help things. Yeah, okay, working on it. Provided the eclipse lasts at least one more turn, we will make it to the village. So we probably didn't even change the number of turns that it took for us to contact here. I don't know, we might have been able to do it this turn. The Skyfin was like there. I don't know, whatever. In any case, we didn't change it by very much. So Mapal is reasonably defended, 5 units plus we have to assume a hero. It is their original capital. Are they still thinking like absolutely not? Okay. Don't love that. I should have secured peace when they still had another large enemy to fight. So holding this is going to be 360. Holding this whole thing is going to be 480, and we're not quite there. As it is right now, we're going to get to 478. Is there anyone in the Empire who is not? Yes. In Karat, they are not producing influence. Okay. We can afford to do that for this turn. And probably we're going to need to do it one more turn past that just to make sure that we have the influence necessary to negotiate. I'm going to pull you back immediately because I would really like to probably equip that Night Hammer, and I believe it is an adamantian bow. So we should be able to do that. Well, but then I lose the dish. I don't know. We'll have a look at the stats at least. What it does to our stats in the overall, because we already know that the stats on the bow itself are phenomenal. Okay, and we have enough money that we can bleed like this for another turn. So, Parlay, pushing forward the faction quest. Oh cool, 20 influence. Heresy rears its ugly head. Some delvers have stolen the pearls. Find and defeat them in order to settle this affair. 15 pearls, and of course, Pilgrims of the End. Pretty good for generating influence. Would have been really handy, you know, a little while ago. Alright, I don't think this quest army will attack the Skyfin. Quest armies are not, they don't follow quite the same rules as neutrals, though. I don't feel certain of that. I'm going to see if I can't generate some vision over here. Yep, that's true. Eliminate a neighbor. What? What? You're over here. Also, you should be overjoyed if I eliminate your neighbor. You big baby. So this is Gleka. I mean, it doesn't make any sense to build either of these watchtowers. There's really nothing to build here except for units. Sure, I mean more monks. That's valuable. So we still don't have any glass steel income, which is going to be a problem. Let's go back. We can like grab luxury alchemists here. I'm a little leery of going for imperial coinage because the player who can ban us from the marketplace still is not a big fan. I don't want to spend a bunch of time and effort doing a thing that's just going to get undone. Okay, so first of all, that costs 21. We go from 102 attack, 78 damage with 114 defense. Okay, the defense loss is not really that great relative to the attack gains. Yeah, I think we do want to do that. Oh, right, and it only costs 14 adamantium to equip because we have to pay the difference between the two costs. And we already had a piece of adamantium-based equipment on. I'm going to go ahead and do that then. Truly terrifying. And there are no ruins to search around here, really. Okay, they're just walling up in Mapal. Does Ochk... Yeah, Ochk has a ton of population. We should absolutely Garth here, because they built their megapole in a place where it's not leveled up, and that's a very silly play. Why were they... I don't know why they built the way they built. They did build over top of a dye deposit. So we have dye income now. And then that if we pick this up as well, we could actually potentially have dye running all of the time, which would be nice. I don't want to position myself too aggressively. I don't want them to run out and punish me. They're building a Dust Guardian, which could be very dangerous, potentially. Oh, hey, we got the stealth ring. That's pretty cool. Alright, I'm going to get in the water. We're going to see. So I'm not actually sure at all where I want to settle anyway, so... Let's see about this free hero. And... okay. Empire approval value still pretty screwed up. Kendray's not at full ownership, and obviously the 11 population in Ochk are screwing things up for us pretty bad, because, like, that's a lot. That's a pretty significant percentage of our total population that is sitting over here at 17%. So, yeah, we'll see. Obviously, we're going to bump them over to industry in a second here. Just want to make sure we get a reasonable chunk of influence to work with. I kind of want to catch these units. Is that a settler? Are you going to try to settle on me? You're going to sail a proliferator over. Oh, that was a huge error. What a terrible play. Seen a little bit of graphics glitching there. Obviously, it retreats, and then we attack it again because double action points. Oops, sorry, what I wasn't thinking. I was like, it was on auto already. I don't need to change it, but obviously we don't actually want to, like, spend time in this battle. Problem solved. Okay, I'll take that. Free kills. I mean, do I want to get kind of cheeky here? Skyfin's not accomplishing much, just sitting around. And then this way we're in range to wipe out these things for the quest next turn and get moving, and I think I'm going to get in the water here, and we're gonna get vision of some more necrophage territory. If we can find an opening or something, you know, it's probably worth doing. Where's the other Urkin now? It has moved somewhere. Oh. It's actually right here. Well, now that's interesting. Isn't this quest... No, we have some quest that gives Titan Bones, don't we? I thought I saw... Maybe I'm wrong. My memory is, you know, is what it is. Yeah, we don't have any Titan Bones. Okay, never mind. That said, that's not a position where it's impossible we could do this via combat. Not the way I'd prefer to. Alright. We have recovered the wounded hero. So now all we gotta do is get back in the water. And there's no ruins around here to search, so yeah, we'll just... Next turn we'll just do that. Get the heck out of here. Extremely normal use of a settler. Everything about what's going on here has been just, like, very normal. Okay, so y'all should focus on industry. Let's get some stuff done. Over here, I think we could do a little bit of dust focus in some of these cities just to get us to a place where we're not bleeding so badly. Okay, money's a problem. Oh, right, Kendray. Kendray can now actually build the glass steel extractor that it so desperately needs, because we did, in fact, take out the Mycera garbage. So let's get that up so that we can start building markets and stuff. It's been a weird game in so many ways. You have 6 movement. I mean, whatever. If they want to sail down here and attack the Skyfin, actually, I think that's fine. Make sure my settler gets out of there. We can let the dredges walk a full turn of movement toward us, probably. Somebody else built the Alchemic Institute. Dust production returns to normal. Huzzah. The Guardian was finished. Yep, not visible on the build map anymore, which means that they did finish building it. We did not colonize the region of Mok. These dudes did not exactly run to where I was hoping they were going to run to, but whatever, we can work with that. And I probably don't need to. Yeah. Easy enough. We done it. We are pilgrims of the end. Reach 14 population in one of your cities. Well, it turns out Ochk has a huge population and has a, what do you call it? Has the husbandry thing. So, it's at least possible we could make this happen here. I really feel like I want to get this Garth up because the extra 25 industry from leveling the megapole is like very high value. I don't know exactly how we're going to manage that. Okay, so some Battleborn. Their foragers have pretty mediocre stats, actually. Pretty bad damage, all things considered. I wonder if we could just push Mapal. You got a movement? I'm thinking of jumping up on land and grabbing this ruin. I'm gonna do it. Oh, no, apparently I'm not gonna do it. Why did you not get on land? Weird. Okay. And then they're gonna get in the water over there for some reason, in response. It seems like a very strange play. Yep, just quickly move through the pearl. Back home in the capital, we're going to make more military units because it seems like we're probably going to get some use out of them. At the very least, I need to have some military force over here so that we don't get pressed. Do I have to take the wounded hero back to the marked city? Okay, which city? To Ochk. Well, that's inconvenient. I mean, I guess it means I could use this settler to settle Auriga or something. Khazar has shown up down here. Not really a great place. Well, okay, whatever. First things first, let's get the heck out of the water. Once I'm out of the water, I can do more work from there. So now is a good time probably to start researching things that require glass steel. Yep, the extractor's up already. The Harmonite will make short work of getting some supplies there. And then I think we can probably disengage everybody from influence. So in Edina... Actually, we probably want to do this on a city-by-city level here. So in Edina, we want that Palladium extractor. That's important. Yeah, go ahead and focus like this. In Gleka, we're producing money, but we don't need to be doing anything else, so it's fine. Here we can probably focus on industry. Here we can probably focus on industry. Let's get those extractors going. Here we are already focused on... I mean... Jeez. Maybe we should just hard focus food. It's going to take us so long to get the amount of population we need either way. Yeah. I don't know. This is a tough one. It's going to take 1,000,000 years. Alright. Picking up an 11 population city right before hitting this was a real shame, but unfortunately it wasn't really like avoidable because we had to pick up the city to make the previous step doable. Yeah, it's pretty awkward. It'll help a lot if we can get the resources for the plow factory, because there's a lot of exploitation under that city, and we can gain a lot of food this way. Look at all those tiles. Once again, let's make sure everybody executes their movements to safety as quickly as possible. Okay, the Skyfin has escaped. Apparently I did this. Visit those... Okay. Not going to happen. That is a quest we got a very, very long time ago. So, okay, Pink is continuing to expand. They're trying to wiggle themselves back into the game, and maybe they'll be successful. Who knows? I'm going to run up here, and we're just going to see. Is this city still as defended? It is defended by 9 units currently. I mean, should we threaten? Their necrodrones are much more powerful. Much, much better stats on these. Yeah. Gosh, I want an Urkin. All right, maybe aggression's the move. We could pop a Weirasigo over here. Yeah, you know what? The city needs the help. Yeah, Weirasigo is enough to to reduce these numbers pretty seriously. Okay. So, yeah, there's no way we're going to get 30 Titan Bones unless we do a deal with somebody. I suppose that's possible. So are the necrophages still feeling like... It says exhausted, but they don't seem exhausted. They seem very eager to continue fighting. I don't want to be at war with them forever because I don't want to have to keep defenses up over here. We could try to hold off until winter and then menace them in the winter. Okay, the loss of our conflux stats is definitely a little bit of a bummer. Oh, that's all cliffs. Okay, well, get out of the water in any case. You and I are gonna have to have some words. Okay, it's true, I did not do that. And here they come with an army. The Battleborn are gonna have reasonable stats. Hi. Okay, well, let's prioritize here. I don't know what the heck you're doing, but let's kill you real fast at the beginning of next turn. Because I'm like a little bit uncertain as to whether or not we're actually going to be able to handle the Oh wait, does this already have a market? It does have a market. They hadn't built sewers, but they had done the market. Okay. So... yeah, actually, Candre probably is the first place that we want to build one of those. I'm a little worried about taking Fakir down, so... we can do this, and it'll be I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. The settler running out of movement conflux definitely hurts, though. So now it's going to take forever to get to Ochk. Khazar is probably not... Yeah, this is not ideal. I'm wondering if I should put the Skyfin in the water here. Next turn, just like run it down into the ocean just to see if I can get them to stay in the water and try to fight it. So once that army's on land, obviously, they're going to be more of a problem. Ugh. I mean, is there anything... Okay, my big supply of titanium is interesting to them. The adamantium... Yeah. The emeralds... We could maybe make a deal. I'm looking for cities where... Okay, here, 5% approval would make a difference. But it's just the one city. And our overall approval level's not close to a threshold, so we're not going to get an empire level change. Yeah. Maybe we are best off just getting peace now so that I can refocus my military on trying to get a hold of an Urkin, and I don't have to worry too much if we get beaten very bad by the Urkin. Because, like, as it is right now, if we go after that Urkin and we lose the battle, or we win the battle but we win it in a way that leaves our army ragged, we're going to see the necrophages come in and immediately try to capitalize on that. And I would love to have just a little bit of time to, like, establish and build out here. All right, let's make a deal. Let's make a deal. We don't necessarily have to give them tech. They seemed quite interested in our resources. So let's put the resources that they want on the table, and then we can try to figure out some math that works for everybody from here. Because I'd much rather give away this kind of stuff than the tech. Now, I want to keep... We have no Palladian production. I'd like to keep my Palladian because we need it to build plow factories. They'll actually give us a lot of value for a relatively small amount of grass silk. We can give them some spices. We don't actually have spice income, so it's probably not a big deal to give this away. We're pulling 5 adamantium, 7.5 titanium per turn. So we're just trying to figure out what we want to hold. They don't value their pearls very highly. Maybe the right version of this is we give them all of this stuff, but we get like a Garth's worth of pearls off of them in exchange. I'll take that. Yeah. That's fine. This lets me refocus Zoyos' army on trying to take Fakir. And it means that I think my plan is going to be having the settler take this region because it has 2 wine deposits, which would actually be super valuable for us. And then we can, provided we get our Urkin, we can plant our Urkin down here. I know that like the territory in Amaroya is way more valuable than the territory in Igtolin, but gosh, the wine would be so nice. Also, we should probably spawn this monk and have this monk go collect these pearls. So we've let these sit for long enough. Yeah, that's 6 and that's another 10. Okay. Yeah, so the settler comes over here, drops off the hero in Ochk, and then moves to Igtolin, and yeah. Okay. It's a plan. Let's see if we can actually take this Urkin, though. And we're going to have enough influence to run a reasonable empire plan at this point without having to necessarily like do anything wild or assign a lot of people to influence production, which is good. Where Sigo can start developing. Is that okay? It's a fire ship. I don't care about that. Yep, lots of ocean stuff happening without me. It's a lot of damage. Very low initiative, though. I don't love that there are lice right there. They've been right there for a while, though, right? They're not going anywhere. Yeah. And Fakir's going to move next turn. Okay, hold on. Before we commit to an attack, let's see if there's anywhere around here where we can trade off of somebody. Some reasonable number of... what do you call it? Oh yeah, we should definitely have that. And then the central market. We can trade off some Titan bones. Maybe we can still acquire him in the smarter way. Okay, do some of that, and let's go have a chat. We have influence to deal with. Right, I'm not allowed to see your resources unless at least piece is on the table. You have 20 Titan bones. Does anybody have... Obviously, getting 20 Titan bones doesn't do anything for me. Okay, we're still truced with you, so I can't offer peace for 3 turns. So we cannot get the Titan bones. They simply do not exist. Well, now that they are truced with me and can't attack me, I'm going to go get these sea ruins real quick. So yeah, it's win the battle or nothing. Win the battle or don't get the Urkin. Okay, the lice do not show up as reinforcements. That's good news. The lice have extremely high initiative. That is not such good news. Lice are also squishy. Yeah, I will probably kill one of the units of lice with my opening attack, so that'll help, certainly. So let's see, I want you to... You attack here. You attack here. Oh, there's a cliff here, actually. That's interesting. So what we should do is have you shoot the high ground one, because we can abuse this cliff a little bit. Like, you can run up here and punch down the cliff and not take any damage. It's not going to be enough to kill it, but we can hold it in place at least. And then you just move up to here. You are last. This space will be open by the time it's your turn. Yeah, and then the militia will probably not actually get into battle before the battle is over. Oh, I didn't get my damage and a half, which I was really expecting to. Huh. That's interesting. Did this unit just attack a different target than I told it to? I'm pretty sure that is what happened. Okay, so you get that kill. Who is next? Hold on. I had to figure out my movements here very carefully because we want to try to avoid getting Sweep strike back. Oh, we're right. Well, you have flying. You can just go here. So then we'll take this shot from there. You will not move forward? This is kind of awkward. Okay, if I do... Really trying to minimize losses here. Yeah, you just kind of... You don't move this turn, I think? Because we have to make these attacks happen in a very specific order. And only 2 movement is rough. You also don't move this turn. You attack down the hill. You have your order. You have actually moved up remarkably quickly. You can go and grab that guy's attention. It's really a shame that this unit goes last. Yeah, that sucks a huge amount. That almost couldn't be worse. Alright, punch down the hill doesn't harm anybody. We get no sweep on this. You can control that. Somebody's got to start on him, right? Okay, so... Shoot from the high ground. We can use this militia to take the first shot at here. That's a shame. We run out of high initiative units at exactly the wrong time, so we are going to lose somebody this turn, no matter how this goes. Okay, you can kill him easily enough. You have sweep strike back too, right? Yeah, so we have to angle these attacks carefully. So actually, it's not safe for you to move into melee. You can attack from here. You stay right where you are. Yeah. Okay. That's fine. Then you can attack from right here. Yeah, then everybody just gets in there because we kind of have to. So we win, but it's costly. That said, having control of an Urkin is a big deal. So I'm gonna close my borders on you. Then I'm gonna move my Urkin to here. Alright, that'll give us control of a pretty serious swath of this region and allows Fakir to affect a couple of cities. So the dust thing costs... Okay, so we have spice costs and we have wine costs. And we have an emerald cost that's kind of not important. Right after we got rid of all of our spices, of course. Okay. I have not actually searched this ruin down here. We should probably do that. You need to grab this, and then probably just... like, report to the front. Speaking of which... I'm gonna need these units to fly over here real fast as well. So once our Urkin heals up, obviously, we're going to be in much better position to contend with the necrophages. But for the moment, what we're doing is we're trying to prevent them from settling any further forward. If we have complete control of this stuff, I guess they could still potentially get to Brahma, but like at the very least, we'll be able to see that coming and maybe do something about it. And Ochk is working just as hard as it can on that food. Also, forcing the necrophages out of our territory has the additional effect of just being kind of inconvenient for them. Which is the thing that I'm, like, fully committed to at this point. Maximum inconvenience. Alright, yep, you'll grab that on your way out. We're building approval in as many cities as possible, as quickly as possible. Yep, Sea Ruin stuff keeps failing. That's fine. 25 Moonleaf is a cool find. What does it take to run a booster for us? Like 40 now? 35 at the moment, 40 once we put down that. Yeah, it sure would be cool to have enough resources to do stuff like that. Oh, cool, a quest. Those would have been useful earlier. What I am not looking for is always a quest. So we could trade for the wine and the spices potentially from somebody. Again, it would be a good idea to get a functional trade relationship going with some player. Is Smezroth? Okay, it looks like Smezroth. Yeah, Smezroth has a border here. Yeah, this is a different region. So we don't have easy trade to red unless we take Brahma and then build a cargo dock off of it. There's just barely sea trade to green if we build docks off of Karat, which we want to because we want to extend to here anyway. Red gives us a nice easy level up of our city center. Yeah, so maybe green does end up making the best possible trading partner. It looks like blue fucked up. And green is in fact becoming quite a powerful player. So that's a thing worth keeping an eye on. Yeah. Take a quick look here. Okay, Only Fresh is still showing us only owning 2 regions. So that's pretty good news for us. They are probably not getting that much stronger. We've got them in sort of a similar position to the one we got Pink in, where they're still technically in the game, but their resource incomes are low enough that they're not serious threats to us. Fingers crossed, hopefully. Hopefully in the end that turns out to be true. So let's get... The hero that we get from this quest is a good spy and a bad governor, I believe, but honestly, they wouldn't have to be a very good governor for it to make sense for us to use them as a governor, because gosh, we sure do have an awful lot of empty cities. Yep, that's what I figured. Reciprocal close of borders, decreased science production on one of our cities. There's a sea monster somewhere. Sounds like a real someone else's problem. Okay, so we need to save Glasssteel to build a plow factory in this city to push our faction quest forward. That's like critically important. You can go and check this ruin. That's gotta be a bug. Just 2 pearls? There's no way that's an intended ruin yield. That's wild. That's very bad. It's remarkably bad. Yeah. So I guess just get back on land. You can grab this, and then we want to get in the ocean, so we're going to want to do it this way. You also should get in the ocean over here. Okay. So how much does it cost to hire a hero right now? In the 700s? We're gaining influence, or dust rather. We're gaining dust rather rapidly, and it's actually fully possible. Okay, we're actually going to have use for open pit mines, and then we're going to grab these as well. Yeah, I would love to get governors in the other cities. I think it would be very, very helpful. Okay, Zoyos hits perfectly balanced, which obviously is very powerful. Truce now with the Mizari. The capital is just gonna keep building monks. When does... You know, maybe I should build 2 Harmonite. Let's just, like, give them some very basic gear. I need to be comfortable with titanium claws, I think. Okay, so what do I actually want to be doing? I guess you may as well just like come down here and pick up the new units that are going to be landing. And over in Kandre, the canal system is not like a great build, but also we don't have anything else to build. And especially it's not a great build heading into winter, but would it be better? It's probably better for me to like just build a military unit up on the front like this. We're like gaining approval, and we have actual functional trade within our empire and stuff. This is good. This is nice. Some of their sea-related, yep. The seas are getting gobbled up by the other players. Not much we can do about it. Not much I would do about it if I could, I think. So what do I want you to do at this point? It's not really anywhere meaningful for you to go. I guess a thing that we could do with the Skyfin is we could post the Skyfin somewhere where we think we're going to do a lot of pearl gathering quickly at the beginning of winter. But I don't know, maybe over here? Because we can have a couple of units on this continent, like the Harmonite or whatever, to do it here. We have our actual army to do it on this continent. So yeah, I guess the thing to do is like to get over to Nyrannus, which we probably do best by crossing here. And I trust the Skyfin to be able to do that job safely around Vaulters much more than I trust the units that have to walk places. Just keeping an eye on what all's going on over here. It's really frustrating that we can almost make it the sea voyage in a single turn. Not much for it, though. Oh, we have the resources for the plow factory. Let's get that in here. It's going to be a long time before we've moved on to the next step of our faction quest. Ugh. And there's 3 pieces to stage 5. Maybe finishing our faction quest isn't a real plan. I mean, it'll get sped up when we finish the plow factory, and it's not really that long from now. Alright, so over here... it could be a chapel. Should it be a chapel? No, sorry. It should be a Garth. We're very close to a sensible Garth position here. I probably want to do it like this because we just want to build east across, right? Because we want to end up on these. And then we'll fill in the line. Although it may be wishful thinking, us being able to reach that. So it's pretty far away. So how many ungoverned cities do we have? Just 2. Okay. We're about to gain a new hero, but I don't know that we necessarily want that hero to be governor. Hooray! So, Arla is a powerful spy and a good army commander. Definitely not useful as a governor. Okay, that's fine. Also, we do have to actually like spend the dust to heal her, which is another thing to consider, but one problem at a time. Yeah, I guess there's not really anything fancy for you to do right now. Just go ahead and get reinforced. Yeah, we may want to use Arla as a spy, honestly. That might end up being the most sensible thing. Okay, Pink has shown us some units, so we can see where their military strength is at right about now. Way behind tech level. Not a huge surprise, given that they were running off of like one city for a little while. And what is on the market? So there's another Tinu, which is fine, although it's a level 2 Tinu at this point in the game, not ideal. Get level 1. So, like, I was thinking about... I misremembered this. I was thinking about this, because, like, if we could get this going in a big city, but the reason that was interesting was because I was thinking it zeroed out your consumption. It doesn't. It just sets the end result to 0 if the end result would be negative on the food calculation, which is not even good. That does not help us at all. Food efficiency 1 is pretty bad. Okay, so there isn't a Champasessa, which is not ideal, but, you know, viable, I suppose. Dust efficiency 1. Really not a lot of good governing here. If we wait 3 turns, Jocelyn Duval will fall off and we'll see a new body there. It's pretty bad, if we're honest. Yeah, I don't love that. I don't know, while we wait for the market to refresh, it may be worth like buying out a thing or two. There we go. So Zoyos needs a whole lot of XP to hit level 8. This is still on the table, and I sure would like to get it. It'd be very helpful. Getting pretty close to moving into the next era, and like, it's much more reasonable for us to... There's a lot more technologies that are reasonable for us to pick up at this point. What is this? Okay, a decrease of vision action. That's pretty curious. Why would somebody do that to me? Definitely want bonus food. What kind of nonsense is someone planning? More than a little concerned. So what do we want now? More... Like, advanced alchemy labs are actually pretty good for us. We have been building districts into our cities. I do want dust refineries, but we probably can afford to jam another technology or two in here first. We could pick up another minor faction assimilation slot, because we're about to pick up the Delvers, and they make a pretty powerful assimilate, in my opinion. You know what? I actually really like that. The dust bonus from having the Delvers assimilated is like only fine, but then the assimilation quest they give you is one that we could really, really use. Alright, so we'll get our dye extractor down. Start building public granaries, and this city already has one. Great news. Yeah, right? 15 extra food. Yeah. Alright, so Ochk is going to finish the plow factory in 3 turns, then it's going to get up to 13 population basically immediately afterward. Then we just have to push 1 more point of population, but we're like closing in on turn 80 here, and I am getting concerned that our faction quest may not be finishable fast enough. We had that real lag in the middle turns. I don't know what to think. What I do know is that I am definitely out of time for tonight, so thank you all so much for watching. We have made some moves. Some big things have happened this game. Hopefully, when you come back next time, we'll be able to press some of the momentum of those big moves into some kind of victory. Fingers crossed. It really depends heavily on what the next steps of the faction quest are, and I do not remember, and I won't look them up. So we'll all just find out together. And we'll see you then.